I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Hey, where'd you go, man? You're acting like really sketchy right now. I don't.
Just the two of us. I will hold you close.
I ain't paying you to be Michael Myers. I'm playing Michael Myers. And then kids come around and see us dressed up in the same shit. You're gonna ruin the whole effect.
Did you really think that Allison was going to be with you? But you never.
What is up, you guys? What is up? We are here for another Welcome to Haddonfield stream. We got a special guest on tonight, and it's going to be super fun. I definitely know it's going to be fun because Joy is super cool. We were just behind the stage cracking up a little situation, so it's going to be fun. And you guys definitely smash the like button for this awesome stream. Joy is very excited. We're going to have some fun. Get your questions ready. We're going to dive into some Halloween ends talk and just Joy as a person, dive into the character of Margo. I'm going to dive into the chat also and say what's up to you guys. But let's bring Joy on. I don't want to waste any more time. I'm excited. So what's up, Joy?
Hello. Okay, first off, that intro is insane.
Okay, look. So I'm going to tell you something. Literally, everyone I brought on from like the cast, Michelle, now you, and Sandy Johnson, they all love that intro. And so yeah, so I put together like the visuals and everything, but I gotta give credit to my guy, my friend DJ Hefner. He's a big supporter of the channel, also a friend of the channel. He did the
to DJ.
Yeah,
he
killed it.
That's insane. It is so good, and all the audio layover.
Yeah,
love it.
Thanks, I appreciate it. So DJ, you heard it from Joy. She loves it also. So super cool. But kind of get into the chat real quick. Hope you're doing well, Joy. Looks like you're chilling out, ready to rock out.
So ready for this.
All right, yeah, we got have some fun. We got Jason. What's up, Jason? Man, got Jason in the chat. Appreciate it, Jason. Saying so excited for this interview. So grateful for the channel and all you do. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it.
We love it.
Definitely. Let's see. Who else do we have? We got Larry in the chat saying, what's up, Scary fam? Looking forward to the stream. Hope you're all having a great day. What's up, Larry? What's up?
And this on
Definitely. We have Million in the chat. What's up, Million? Joseph, what is up? What is up? We got Xander. What's up, Xander? What is up? Welcome to the stream. We got Russell saying, what's up, everyone? I smashed that like button like a brick before I came in this awesome stream and chat. Happy Thursday, everyone. Brick gang forever. That's right, Russell. Definitely. We got Kim also saying, hey, everyone, so excited for Joy tonight. And by the way, Joy, they have been looking forward to this stream for weeks. Since I announced it, we were talking about it on Michelle's stream, too. We were like, bro, we got so many questions about the Junkyard Scene and everything. So they're super excited. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Brooke? Brooke saying, hey, everyone. What is up, Brooke? We got Crystal in chat saying, hey, Scary fam, I really need good vibes. Saying my daughter was in an accident last week and has been in the hospital. Needs some laughs and good chat. I'm sorry to hear that, Crystal.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm super sorry to hear that. And hopefully me and Joy can make your night with this stream and we're gonna have some fun and chill out.
Yeah, sending lots of.
Yeah, definitely. Let me see. Yes, you guys definitely stab that like button. Let me see who else. We got Jalissa in the chat saying, hey, Brandon. Hey, everyone. Hey, Joey. What's up, Jalissa?
Hey.
What is up? What's up, Chicago? Just sending a big blanket of hey to you guys. I want to get into this interview with Joey, kind of get some questions going. What's up, Danny? He's saying hello, Joey.
Danny. Can you believe it's been over a month since we planned this?
No, I was actually thinking that it was like, wow, it came fast.
It went by.
Yeah, but we planned it over a month ago, and it's like now we're here. So yeah, I can't believe it. It's been a month, whole month. Let me see. It's an honor to meet her and you. What's up, Antonio? Welcome to the channel.
You, Antonio.
What's up, Antonio? Welcome to the channel. Young Cincinnati. This is Avery. What's up, Avery? What's up, bro? What's up, man? I know your childhood friend, bro. What's up? We got Val in the chat. She's a diehard Halloween fan. Val loves Halloween. She said, "Good evening, my horror-loving family." What's up, Val? Got Knight. Got my guy, my boy Knight, saying, "Welcome, Joy. So happy to see you here tonight." He's also a big Halloween fan.
Happy to be here, Mike.
Definitely. We were all Halloween fans. You don't even know, Joy. We love us some Halloween over here, man.
That's so cool.
Definitely. What's up, Kirsten? What is up, Kirsten? So what's up, everybody? We're gonna get into this stream. So Joy, to kind of breeze into everything, these questions, I just want to know a little bit more about you before we get into the character of Margo and the Halloween Inn. So how did you get into acting? How did you get into becoming an actor and everything?
That's a loaded question. I think I was fortunate enough to know that I wanted to be an actor from really the time I could talk.
Yeah.
The time I could watch TV and process what was happening.
Yeah.
One of those moments where I knew I could be a musician before I knew I could be an actor. I think it was easier for me to fathom that a musician was a job than an actor was a job.
Yeah.
But as soon as I discovered that, it was just game over. Like so I just worked my butt off and I kept doing classes and going from agency to competitions to, it's just kind of been a domino effect of meeting people until here I am.
That's super cool. That's super cool. Like you said, you've been wanting to act since you could talk. So it's basically a dream of yours. And I seen that you were into like music and stuff on your Instagram.
I am.
That's super cool. So acting and music. That's super cool. So so I have a question. Now, being that you were in Halloween, one of the biggest horror films out there, I have to ask this. Are you a horror fan?
I am a horror fan. I am.
Okay. So what are a few horror movies that's your favorite, like that you enjoy a lot?
There's this one with John Cusack that I watched. I think it was my first horror film that I ever watched that genuinely scared me as a child. And I think it was room 1408, I think it's called.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 1408.
And as a child, that just horrified me. But I love that. I love the original Scream.
Yeah.
I also like interesting ones like the Babadook. I haven't seen that though, but I just like anything that is spooky. I will tell you the one thing though that I hate when watching horror films is I watch it the whole way through, and then the very last scene of the movie, it's like based on a true story. I'm like, you couldn't have said that at the beginning.
Yeah, kind of scares the shit out of you. I definitely get it. Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I was gonna sleep well tonight, but
more. Yeah, 1408 actually is one of my favorites too. I enjoy 1408. I enjoy the original Scream. You gotta love the original Scream. And you said you like the Babadook also, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen that in years though, but I remember that was very unsettling to me.
Yeah, it was creepy, man. I remember I first seeing that shit. I'm like, man, what the hell?
Oh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, those are some great picks. Got a question from the chat. Million saying, well, he's also saying, loved your character, Joy. Is it true you filmed your part several ways and didn't know which one they picked until you saw the finished movie?
That is true. No idea. I had no clue.
Wow, really?
Saw the movie at the premiere. Yeah, it was insane too because I heard that they had shown two different versions during the test screenings, and they essentially the finished product was the one that fans responded, best to.
Mm-hmm.
And even still, even doing a little bit of the adjustments in my ADR work,
Yeah.
I still didn't really know what exactly was going to be in the movie until I saw it, and I was like,
Wow, that's crazy. Just filming something you don't know how it's going to end up or whatever. You just go to the premiere and it's like, bam, that's me, Margo.
right. And it's so much post-production work to get it
Mm-hmm.
like I'm a completely different person than I was playing on camera. So
Yeah,
it was so interesting to see how they actually made it look like I was a different character than the one I played.
that is crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That is wild. That is crazy. So, okay, another question about just you as a person. So, do you I'm pretty sure you celebrate Halloween, but what are some things you do to celebrate Halloween? Some things that you enjoy?
Oh my gosh. So I'm from Seattle,
Yeah.
and for me, Seattle during Halloween, during autumn, looks like
Hmm.
the picture perfect. What you would picture in a movie, Halloween
Yeah.
season. I do the whole shebang. I do the pumpkin patches, the haunted houses. I carve pumpkins and watch movies. I usually have a different task for every day. I do arts and crafts while I watch Halloween movies. I
Yeah.
love to bake, so I
Hmm.
do all my pumpkin breads and everything. It's my favorite thing, and I decorate like a madman. This past year, I bought something like 54 pumpkins. And
Wow.
I mean, granted, I couldn't carve all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't stop me from buying them.
Yeah.
I bought Trader Joe's out like 3 times,
Wow.
but I love it.
Yeah. That's super cool. You said you bought Trader Joe's.
Yeah, like 3
That's
times.
funny as hell. Yeah. So that's cool. So to kind of get towards the movie and everything now, Kirsten has a question, great friend of the channel, saying, did you get to keep anything from Halloween Ends?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
I know. Isn't that sad? I think the studio pretty much has full ownership over everything.
Yeah.
I got plenty of gifts. I was gifted shirts and such from James, from the stunt
Yeah.
department, the makeup department, and at the end, the very last day of shooting, I went back to my trailer, and there was this big giant box with a big bow on it.
Yeah.
It's like this, giant parka that said Halloween on it, and I was like, oh,
Oh, that's super
it was
cool.
my own little gift. And so that's what I got to keep, but I didn't get to keep any of my character mementos, unfortunately.
Oh man, that's at least you, like, to me, the fact that you were in a Halloween movie is
That's
crazy.
Right?
Yeah, that's you're gonna always be able to remember that. But to kind of get into that, so before you were casted for Margo, were you a fan of the Halloween franchise? Were you like, I'm pretty sure you knew about who Michael Myers was, but
For sure. Hmm.
so were you a fan of the Halloween franchise?
Yes, I watched the original one
Hmm.
it's in my Halloween movie must watch list.
Yeah.
And so for me to be in the very last one after watching
Yeah.
one every year,
Hmm.
it just comes full circle, and it's such an honor.
Yeah.
It's like
So
it doesn't get better than that.
yeah, and another, to a question to branch off that, how is it, how does it feel being that you watched the original and you're in the final Halloween film? Like, you went from watching it on television and now you're in a final film.
The being in it feels very surreal, and I know that's a cliche, that's standard, what everybody says, but there genuinely is no better way to describe it. It feels like an out of body experience, and even still, when I watch it with my family or my friends, it doesn't feel like I'm watching myself. It feels like there's no way that that's me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's still, I feel like even it came out in October and it still hasn't processed yet fully.
Wow. So it still hasn't processed, like, with you fully, with just being Margo and in the movie.
Yeah, and when I hear people talk about it, I'll be out in public, or I'll see a Michael Myers sticker on the back of someone's car, and I just like take a little picture of it. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god, like maybe watch my movie. So it just feels so much larger than life. I love it.
That's super cool. That's cool. Crystal, great friend of the channel, saying, "How did you get cast?" Well, this is a question I was going to ask. She said, "How did you get casted for Halloween Ends? What an amazing honor to get to be a part of an iconic Halloween franchise, the iconic Halloween franchise." So, how did you get casted for Halloween Ends?
Thank you so much for that question. It was so easy. Not easy. I mean,
Yeah.
in the sense of like, for me, I did my audition and I didn't hear anything for weeks, thought I lost it, was really upset about it because usually you hear a lot of no's, but you get so used to hearing it that you're like, okay, move on. Well, this one stung. This
Yeah.
one stung because I had a great feeling about it. A couple weeks go by, they were like, okay, tomorrow you're having a callback.
Yeah.
So I wake up in the morning, go to my callback, and David is just like, we're solid. We're just going to talk about the movie.
What?
Well, I was like, you know, it just happened so suddenly. There wasn't, you know, the whole process of doing multiple callbacks, of doing, you know, like battling against someone in a Zoom meeting. It was just, hey, I loved what you did. Let's just talk about the movie.
Man, that's a dream come true.
And so I was like, oh my God, David. So it was so exciting, and I was trying so hard just to, I was like, yeah, all professional and everything.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm like, Mom. So cool. And then all like, you know, 5-10 minutes later from my manager saying they already reached out and they were already starting contract draft up. And I'm like,
that's real, man. Just the way you just described it, I could just feel that. Like you like, I'm trying to stay cool and professional. I'm like, I'm tweaking out right now.
oh, and it's like, and I think especially since it moved so fast, I think that is what made it even harder for me to process.
Yeah.
Because then we also began filming like 3 weeks later.
Wow. So you only had 3 weeks to kind of prepare for it.
Mm.
So how was that, being that it was so short of a time after you got the role?
Well, pretty much right after they sent me the full everything I was looking at, you know, all my scenes. Granted, they scratched everything out that wasn't part of my scene. So that was so easy. I didn't have to, you know, oh, I'm going to read through the whole script, and it didn't take that much time. So I just sat there with my scripts and I went over with my manager, and I just kind of went through my entire character analysis and my entire character breakdown, and just really tried to figure out who I was and why I was like that. And especially since, again, pre-production, the character that I auditioned for, I was very much a biatch, to put it. And I was one of the bullies. I was a bully. And so kind of putting my brain into the mindset of, okay, you're going to have to be so mean to somebody that they kill you.
Yeah.
So mean to somebody that they kill you. And so that's kind of really what took the most preparation. But beyond that, I think it was just kind of standard rolling with it, working with it. And on set, we had a lot of creative freedom. David, a lot of creative freedom. So that was helpful all around.
Yeah. That's super cool to know that. I've heard that a lot, that it was like almost like you guys were family on set, and David is super cool, you know, helping you guys and everything.
He is, first off, a master behind the camera, and he is so hilarious.
Yeah.
And he will just, you'll do a scene, you'll do a take, and then come over and be like, say this, and then just like run away back to the monitor. And you're just sitting like trying to process what he just told you, like, where the heck did he pull that from? And every time it was perfect. And he was just so freeing to work with. And he was, especially for someone, this was my first film. So especially someone who is new to being on set, he was very nurturing in that sense. And he gave a lot of room for, you know, learning and making mistakes. And he always would, you know, congratulate you and always be like, you're doing great. It just give you that motivation. And so that was incredible. And then I made so many amazing friends on set that I'm still friends with all the time. And so we are just one big happy family.
Yeah, that's super cool. It looks like you had fun on set. Like I got a picture I want to pull up that I actually got from your
Uh,
Instagram that it looks like it's crazy.
yeah,
So you guys got to get a picture with Jamie Lee Curtis, which is my favorite final girl. And to kind of get into this, how was it just being, on set with Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode?
the Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
The Jamie Lee Curtis. It was incredible. I was literally so lucky
Mhm.
just to be in the same vicinity as her, let alone learn from her as an actress and as a master of her craft. And just being on set every day and seeing her professionalism and her passion and her drive for this project and her ability to create interpersonal relationships with all just these little random teenage kids that are playing
Yeah.
boys. You know, it was
Yeah.
it was so special.
Yeah. I've heard nothing but good stories about her on set with, I've heard, with a lot of people, 2018 kills and ends that she was just wonderful on set. She's super funny and
She's hilarious.
laid back. Yeah, and I actually on our channel I do like filming locations, so I go to where you guys filmed with the channel, and I go behind the scenes. Like for example, I'll say this is where Margo got killed, this gate at this junkyard, and I'll kind of show the channel, which I am going down to Savannah here in a couple of weeks to do that. So it's going to be on the channel, and
Stop. That is so cool.
I do that. And I actually for 2018 I went to the restaurant where her, Allison, and Karen were sitting at the table, and a lot of the waiters had so many once I told them what I was doing, they had so many stories about Jamie Lee Curtis, funny stories of her. Like I'm like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's
Oh,
super cool.
I love that.
Yeah,
Oh,
super cool.
that's
um
amazing that you do that.
Yeah, I'm like diehard Halloween fan. Like when it comes to Halloween, it's like
Go big or go home.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been loving Michael Myers since I was a kid. I know it sounds crazy, but he was like Spider-Man for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
But
yeah,
so cool.
yeah. So that's how I am when it comes to Halloween.
I love
Definitely. Jalissa saying, Joy, when you filmed the junkyard scene, did you basically get scared even though you were acting with the junkyard scene?
So, yes, long story short, yes. I one of my biggest things is I have an intense phobia of dying. It's just
Yeah,
absolutely petrified of it. So, putting myself, it was 4 night shoots and that I was being killed in. So, putting
yeah,
myself in that mindset for 12 to 14 hours for 4 days of you're dying, somebody's
yeah.
killing you, it was so mentally draining, and it was
Hmm.
I put myself in a state of like high alert fear
Yeah,
over and over again. So the fact that I didn't like internally like combust was a miracle
yeah.
in itself. But long story short, yeah, I was scared.
Yeah, I could imagine, that just seeing that whole scene, which kind of is going to go into my next question, just how it kicks up. You're in a junkyard and, Corey's there and he's driving the car. Is that you running, like taking off towards the fence, or is it what?
Yeah, and
Oh,
the
shit.
funniest thing about that too is I was I was like
Yeah.
running my ass off, right? And
Yeah.
the funny thing too is Destiny, who is also running towards Stacy, running towards the fence with me.
Yeah.
Because I was putting myself in that state of, oh my God, you're actually gonna die.
Yeah.
I kept like surpassing her. And they were like, Joey, you gotta slow down. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never heard that before in my life. I'm
Yeah.
gonna slow one, hang at the back. But
Yeah.
no, I was like all the way
Yeah.
to the line. And so we did that so many times. And I did have a stunt double for going over the fence.
Yeah.
And she's literally the most badass person you'll ever meet in your life. Her name is Meredith Richardson. The
Yeah.
coolest person. We have matching bracelets, and she's the one that did the over the fence because they didn't trust me with that because I
Yeah.
did in one of my running sprees, I did eat shit.
Wow.
Face planted and spit. And it was right next to the camera too. And all I heard was, "Ugh."
Yeah.
And David came out from like the warehouse and was like, "Why did we stop filming?" And then here I was, just mud.
Wow.
And I was like, "Just give me a minute." So they were like, "Yeah, thank God we got a stunt double."
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I even thought, I'm like, okay, maybe that is Joy running. Because I was watching it earlier and I kind of slowed it down. I'm like, it looks like her. That's her running. But I'm like, damn, she's taking off, bro. Like she's really running. Like
I was hightailing it out of there.
yeah, that's super cool. Just having that going when they say like action and you're running and you're like in that mindset, so it feels real. That's actually, yeah, I'll be scared myself. And so with him even driving a truck, that noise, everything was like going on like that, and he's pushing it.
Yeah, and for a lot of the takes, they didn't actually have the truck barreling towards me, you know?
Yeah.
But I looked into the headlights, you could hear the engine revving. But a lot of the closer takes, or the ones that were from further away, they were driving the truck. Granted, they looked so much faster on camera, but it was kind of going Peter slow.
Yeah.
But it was still like a truck is chasing me down. How you,
Yeah.
you know? So it was still a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine just seeing that. Even when I watch it, I'm like, damn, imagine just being in that junkyard with all that going on, you know.
And
No, what you about to say, Joey? Go for it.
hey, the other thing too is the fact that we were in a junkyard, and when we were doing our rehearsals and everything there, especially daylight too, it's such an eerie place because of all these cars that have come there from crashes.
Yeah.
And they are all so mangled.
Yeah.
And such like a daunting feeling that that in itself creates such intensity while you're working there, because you are surrounded by really serious dark stuff.
Yeah.
That it just creates that kind of already elevated blood pressure in you, you know?
Yeah, I definitely see what you mean. Just the fact that it's in a junkyard with like old cars has been ran through and things happen with those cars. Yeah, it definitely plays a part. So how was it working with Rowan?
He is so cool. He's hilarious. He's so down to earth, and he just kind of just chills there, you know? It's like he just, oh my gosh, it's a picture of us. Yup.
Yeah, super cool.
Talks to you, and he's, you know, like,
Yeah.
like, why are you so cool? Like, he's so funny. He's so personable. He is darling, and I have nothing but positive things to say about him. And you know, he's just a cool dude all around.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know, like just I was watching the scene once again today, that scene when you guys are at the store and he kind of breaks the milk bottle in his hand. I'm like, it's crazy because this scene feels so real. Like even when I first seen it in the theaters, that scene right there is when I started liking Corey. Like, I mean, I didn't hate him or nothing. I'm just saying, like, that's when I was like invested in his character. Once he, you know, went to the store and he bumped into you guys, I just felt so bad for him. And then that's another thing, how you said you were a bully. I kind of looked at you like you were the one out the group that kind of had sympathy for him. Like, why are you guys doing that to him, you know? And that's why I loved about your character, because you was the one out the group that kind of saw that other side of him.
Yeah, and the thing about that too is that was the first scene that we shot.
Wow.
So that was the first scene that I you know, really saw, and we went through the rehearsals and everything, but still seeing it really play out, and Rowan breaking that breakaway bottle and you know, all the fake blood and everything. He's so incredibly talented, and it did genuinely tug at your heartstrings, because you're like, oh my God, I feel bad for you. You know what I mean? And he conveys such intense emotion with his eyes, and it's fun to work with and so fun to watch. And especially the scene that we shot the next day, that was when he was on his motorcycle and he had just carved into the hood of the car.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool because we were just standing by the car for an eye line for him, and he was on the bike just revving it, and he was making eye contact with us, you know, as we see this car hood.
Yeah.
And even from 30 feet away, the intensity that he carried and like this sinister side of that character was so prominent. It was amazing. So it was really cool to watch him work.
Yeah, just what you just said. That's so crazy because I feel like that just by watching Corey's character, you know, him elevating from the Jeremy death, and then after, you know, the milk bottle scene, and it's like he elevated to becoming something sinister, and you could start to see in his face, you know, the change.
The minute little adjustments that he makes.
Yeah, and he definitely does things with his face. I love that you pointed that out because when I was watching Corey, it's certain things he does do with like eyes and the way he kind of gestures his face and in certain scenes. So yeah, that's super cool that he can do that and help you guys out too. Kind of get you in the moment. That's crazy.
I loved it.
Million has a question for you, Joy, saying when Terry says Stacy's dead, was it in the script when you said you're dead too, or was that improvised?
So that was in the script, and we did it several different ways. We did the scripted version, and then we kind of did a little bit of improv. You know, we didn't write anything down. We didn't, you know, it was just kind of, but it felt like that take in particular and that line in particular was just the perfect setup when you're in a horror movie.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? It's just that's the perfect, like, because I think it also implied that there's a chance that I was with Michael. You know what I mean? I think there was like, is she switching sides? Like, is she part of this?
Yeah.
So I think that was a very high stakes line.
Yeah.
And why they kept that in. And yeah.
That's super cool. Because that line is like, when you hear it, it's like, damn, she sees his death before he sees it.
I know.
That's crazy. Tyler says, hey, Joy, who's your favorite character in the Halloween franchise?
Oh, gosh. Who is my favorite character? You know, would it be too cliche if I said Laurie Strode?
No, because I love Laurie Strode.
She's such a badass.
Yeah.
And she always fights for the people that she loves. She is so powerful. She's kick-ass. She does all these stunts and breakout scenes, and I love her. She's so fun.
Yeah, that's super cool. Jalissa said you're cracking her up. She loves your stories.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, the stories are definitely funny. You had me cracking up when you falling and stuff like that. I will never be able to look at that scene the same again, knowing that you bit the dust.
Yep. And I even still talk about it with my stunt double Meredith, because she you know, I'm very clumsy. So when we're hanging out, you know, I'll dropped a bottle, I broke the bottle, and she's like, I will always remember that first day I met you and you fell out of the chair in the hair and makeup trailer.
Yeah.
And that was the moment I knew. I was like, oh my God. And then I face planted into her arms. She was literally standing there just in case I fell, but she wasn't to. And I face planted, and she was just kind of like,
yeah.
There's no way this just happened. So, yeah.
I mean, that's something you're going to always remember, though. You face planted while filming a Halloween movie. I'll always remember that. So I have a picture that I want you to explain, and it's this picture right here. Now, this is so cool, but creepy, because this is your face when it was on the ground, right?
Yep.
Man, so please, Joy, explain to me just all of this. I just want to know what's going on with that.
There were several of those faces lying around.
Oh my God.
I would walk into the special effects trailer and it would just be there. And I remember I walked in one time and I don't remember whose body double it was, but I literally like looked at it and was like, because I just thought they were just laying in the trailer.
Yeah.
And I don't remember whose it was. Who was it now that I think about it? I don't know, but I remember it was so alarming. And
Yeah.
they were like, wait till we show you yours. And then they showed me mine, and I was like, you got to be joking. I said, am I able to like take this into my passenger seat? Do I get like fast lane credits for this? But it was so weird because it looked so much like me, and the little thing when I did the whole body scan and everything for it, they did skin tone matches, they took teeth molds, they did teeth color matches, they did hair, they took so many pictures, they did a full body like 3D scan. It took like 2 hours, and it was so cool. And I knew it was going to be accurate, but I didn't realize it was going to be like that accurate.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
Yeah, it's scary. Like when I seen this, I was like, I'm gonna get some pictures. But it's just like, what in the entire, like I can't say anything. I got some spooky shit behind me, but that's next level spooky right there. Just having you fucking how your face looked when you got killed is crazy.
Yeah. Seeing me but dead. Again.
Yeah.
Another way to trigger my high blood.
Yeah. Right. Just seeing yourself but dead. That's creepy as hell. But man, that's some talent. Did Chris Nelson have part in that? I know he kind of does.
I think I did he does all the work on set. And I know that he does a lot offset, but when mine in particular, I was in Los Angeles. So I did it with a different team, and I'm drawing a blank. I don't remember the name. But I did it with a different team in Los Angeles. So, but Chris is so cool.
Yeah, Chris, man.
Yeah.
Yes, Chris Nelson, he's super cool, man. I remember I actually met him at a horror convention, and he knew who I was before I even walked up to him. It was so crazy. He actually watches the channel, and I'm over here tripping out like, man, this is Chris Nelson. I'm about to walk up to him and get him to sign something. He's like, hey, I know who you are, man. I know exactly who you are. I'm like, what the hell? He's like, you're ILIKESCARY. I'm like, that's bullshit.
You're like, sir, I'm gonna need you to hold up a minute.
Yeah, it was crazy, but he's super cool. He's very talented. The things he did with James Drew Courtney, I seen with the mask, is crazy. But we're gonna get into some talk with James, also in some more Junkyard talk. But Larry said, Joy, if you could pick any horror franchise to be in next, which franchise would you choose? I think I can guess.
Really?
I think I know which horror franchise you'll be in. It'll be Scream.
I think Scream. I think their remakes are really, really good. And Jenna Ortega, she is so incredibly talented. So I would love to get the chance to work with her. And I don't think you really can go wrong with any of the Scream movies. I think I love every single one of them. And again, it's a slasher, so it's not like spooky, like weird like that. It's not unsettling that. It's it's like Halloween, and so I think that that's something that I would really love. But granted, it's such a huge universe, the horror universe is. So it's hard to like.
Yeah, I definitely get what you mean. Horror it's very like look. I'll just watch the movies. But what you did, I don't know if I can do that. Like a lot of the that running and just the whole just trying to stay serious. Like that scene, for example, I want to kind of talk about that scene now when you guys were on a bridge and Corey pushes Terry. I want to say he pushes Terry and you guys are arguing. Well, he's arguing with Terry and he gets flipped over the bridge.
Yeah.
And you guys are like, damn, what the hell? And Terry was like, I didn't see anything. Did you? And you're like, what the fuck? Like, why would you? So how was that scene? How was that? Filming that?
We filmed that again several different ways. And every single way it was wonderful. There was a lot of especially in the lead up conversation between Corey and Terry. When we were filming it, it was a lot of, I don't even know how to describe it. It was a lot of intensity in
Mhm.
one little conversation. And especially when the follow-up is shoving someone over a bridge.
Yeah.
So we tried it a couple different ways. You know, we did a couple different scenarios, and we did a little bit of ad-libbing, just some
Yeah.
improv. And after he went
Mhm.
over the bridge, and I think it's just kind of what stuck is just really the genuine,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like, you're joking.
Yeah.
You didn't just push him off a bridge and you expect
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people enjoy your character, because you was like kind of the opposite. So you kind of created a little confusion. You know, the others were on board, but you're like, man, what the hell? A lot of the time, especially with the store and that bridge scene. And it's like I feel like you were just stuck in a bad situation, your character.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that's one of the funniest things where a lot of people in the mixed reviews were saying, oh, she either deserved it because she still ran with them, or she didn't deserve it because she was the one that showed empathy.
Yeah.
That's the debate, is did I or didn't I deserve it?
So do you think Margo deserved that?
I don't think she deserved to die, no. I don't. Not in the finished product. In the that we filmed that was in the script originally, yeah, she can go. She can hit the road. But but the version that we saw on screen, she didn't deserve to die. He was just on a rampage, you know?
Yeah. So you don't have to get deep into that. So the original version, was it worse? Like the character, like just her emotionally, was she more of like a bully, or like how was the original?
I was a bully, and I can say I mooned Jamie Lee Curtis. I mooned Rowan. So that was the original. I was just showing my ass over and over and over again. And luckily enough for me, it was the first time I met Andy too.
What? So wait, hold up. So I'm sorry, Joy. It was literally like that in the script that you guys heard it here first, Joy. What?
Yeah. So and again, that was the first time I met Andy. So we did a couple takes, and there was one. And okay, so setting up for it, they have a bunch of different ways. They're like, all right, would you like to still wear, like in this and modesty garments and da 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 da. But the modesty garments weren't doing crap. And so I was like, I mean, if I'm gonna moon you, I might as well moon you. You know what I mean? So that was they were already gonna do that originally, so it wasn't like a nobody consented to this kind of gig. Like that was that originally, and they gave me the modesty garments for like my own. And then I was like, it's just not working. It's just not working. You can see the modesty garment on camera. It's just not cute. And so we got rid of the modesty garments, just did bare butt. Yeah. And there was one, and I was like, oh, that felt breezy. So I ran over to the monitors, and I was like, I was going to say, can I watch playback on that? And then read it. And of course I get to the monitors, and there's Andy. Hi, I already had them read it. Nice to meet you.
What? So
like, you just saw my butt.
What?
Like, what am I supposed to do? And she was so nice, and she totally watched out for me. And she, like, sometimes I would run it back over just because I was like a little bit nervous about it. And she's like, don't worry, I got him. I'm having him delete him right on the spot. Don't worry. And I'm like, okay, good.
What?
But she was totally watching out for me. And yeah, that was,
Laugh my ass off. Breezy is what Crystal said. You're cracking up. Crazy. So that's how you met Andy. Heard like, hey, you got to delete that. Wow.
Yeah.
That is fucking crazy.
And I was like, oh my gosh. Wow, up close and personal.
So yeah, they were making Margo kind of off the chain, it seems like.
Yeah, I absolutely an evil character.
Yeah, I'm glad they toned it down. You said you did that to Laurie Strode
and Rowan and Corey. Yep, and about 50 of the crew.
So you were just going around. That's like I don't know. Like I'm just trying to put that version of Margo in my head. Like what was going on with her? That's crazy.
Right? It was right when we walk into the gas station and she was like talking to them about the hand, and then I pop back out of the gas station and I'm like, hey, you, and we went through so many different versions of what to say. Like one was chimichangas, bitch. And like we just kept saying all these outlandish things, and I would pop back out of the gas station, scream what phrase I was gonna scream, pants myself, give it a little shake, and then like disappear back into the gas station.
Yeah.
And we did that about 45, 50 times. And
what?
After that, I was like, maybe that's saying a little bit much. Maybe like 35 to 40. We did a lot of times.
That's still a lot. 30, even 10 times is a lot. What the hell?
Because we kept coming up with so many ideas, and at that point, everybody's already seen my butt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's not going to change anything. And again, because there was no modesty garment, there was, you know, some of them were questionable, and we really had to like check. So we did have to do a lot of takes just to ensure, you know, coverage too.
Yeah.
So it was a wild day. Yeah,
just you telling me that, I just feels like wow for you, because that would have just doing that would have just been crazy.
Yeah.
They're probably like, yeah, we can't move forward with that shit. That's too wild, man.
And it was so funny too. After seeing, I would watch some playbacks, and after you would see, they'd call cut, and and Rowan and Jamie would just burst out laughing, and it was just so awesome. Like they were laughing at me, and it was fantastic.
I'm just over here thinking about it. So, like I know it's like on a script. I know it's in the script, you know. Hey, Joey, you have to moon them, but you could technically say, as long as you live, like I moon Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Yep.
That is fucking crazy.
Yup.
I just can't believe that shit, man.
Probably how she'll remember me forever. Not Margo, just the one who mooned me. Oh, and it was her idea too. She's the one that put that in the script.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this shit is crazy. Jamie Lee. So okay, I'm sorry guys. I know you guys are enjoying this right now. So Jamie Lee Curtis wrote that, you know, hey, Margo, Joy Harris needs to moon us.
Yep.
Wow. So how did she feel when it got removed? How did she say anything about it or anything? Can you remember?
No, because I think she was a producer on the film as well, and I think that was, you know, part of her decision, and I trust her completely. And it was so I don't think, you know, I'm sure there was so much in that script that she added in there too to make it, you know, so special, including Paul. Paul wrote this, and he's so darling. I love Paul. We all loved Paul. And so the script that he wrote, and then Jamie just adding these fun little random things like me mooning her.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think she could ever be disappointed with the way that it turned out.
Yeah, the way it turned out, man. Like the thing is, this Halloween, I feel like no one was expecting like the way it turned out. I wasn't even expecting it, to be honest, because coming from, you know, other Halloween movies, this was different. And for me, I love Halloween Ends. I love, like, you know, you guys as a group, you know, at the little story you had with Corey, you know, and everything, how it came full circle. I really enjoyed it. But mainly something I want to point out is I love the feel of, you know, your group. You want the ones you hung out with Terry and everything. It felt so like, I don't know how to explain it. It just fitted, you know, how you guys walked around gas station, just being shitheads, whatever you want to call it. And it just fitted for that environment, the bridge scene and everything. I just feel like this Halloween, for some reason, compared to the other ones, it just felt real, all the way down to the bullying, your death, Terry getting what he deserved.
Mm-hmm.
And something else I wanted to kind of talk about was, okay, with you dying, how was that, was you laid out right there for a long time doing just, because I've heard rumors that you were laid out on that ground for a long time filming that shot. I've heard that, I think I heard it through another interview or something. I'm like, I gotta ask her that.
Yeah, it was 4 night shoots, and I was in fake blood, covered in fake blood, like a gallon of it.
Yeah.
Uh, Mud, dirt,
Mm-hmm.
and I was underneath. Yep, that's me.
Yep.
And I was underneath this chain link fence, underneath a car,
Mm-hmm.
and my shirt was soaked and crusty and smelled awful,
Yeah.
and I was like that throughout the night. And they kept having to take me out, flush my eyes, because
Yeah.
you're there and the dirt's being kicked around when they're moving the equipment, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry, what was the question?
So
I'm getting
so basically, when you were laying down, was it, how long were you laying, like in hours, like if you could compare it with hours, how long like were you laying on the ground, and was it comfortable? Did they make you feel comfortable? Like, how many takes do you think it was when you get stumped out?
oh my gosh, in terms of hours,
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably total. I'd say I was laying under there throughout the four nights. I'd say I was laying under there maybe 14 hours.
Holy shit.
And it was broken up a lot. I was
Yeah.
taken out. We went to lunches. If I wanted to get out at any time, grab a
Mm-hmm.
snack, I
Yeah.
could. And the crew, everyone did such a good job of making me feel safe under there, and they
Mm-hmm.
always checked in almost between every take, and they
Yeah.
would come over, even if it was just a quick, "Hey, are you doing okay under there? Okay, good." And even if it was just a quick moment, it always made me feel secure. They always reminded me, even in between, "Hey, if you need to get out, if you need to go to the bathroom, if you need water,
Mm-hmm.
if you just need to get out, tell us."
Yeah.
So sometimes they would bring me out if they felt like it had been too long anyway, just to make me feel safe.
Yeah.
And everyone was so good. And there was one moment when I got a lot of dirt kicked in my eyes,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't see. And because I was already in hysterics, I was just crying. I was starting to panic because I couldn't see. I was under a fence. I was restricted. And I actually couldn't really move. So a lot of the times when I was actually trying to get out, I was genuinely trying to get out, and that's just how heavy it was.
Wow.
And because the chain link did go all the way through to the other side of the car.
Yeah.
So it was heavy, and it took several of them would lift on either side, and I would just kind of like back crawl out.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so I got dirt caked to my eyes, and I couldn't see, and so they brought me to medic, and it took like 20 minutes just to get the stuff out of my eyes and for me to like not be panicking.
Yeah.
And sitting in this little tent, and like different people would come in and like just open it and be like, "Hey, I just want to let you know you're doing so wonderful, and when you get out, if it's okay, I would love to give you a hug. You're doing great." And then they close it.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
so cute, and I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
And so, everyone was so wonderful.
Yeah, because that scene, I think out of everyone, out the group, your death was like, just, I thought about your death more on the behind the scenes side, because you're laying on the ground and then Corey stands over you. But I'm pretty sure that was the actual, like, the little dummy thing that gets stumped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that, but for sure. So how did they kind of, yeah, I know they didn't stump you, but like, so when that happened, did they feel that with like blood, or what did they feel that with when they kind of like splattered?
So I think in the film that premiered in theaters, I think they only stomped it once.
Yeah.
And in the extended cut, they
yeah.
kept going
Yeah.
at it. So when we filmed it, we actually filmed that away from the car,
Mhm.
and it was just it was this small little area of the chain
Mhm.
link, and me, and then we had Rowan standing over me, and we did, and we went over so many lines and so many different versions of You're Dead Too, Say Something, you know, like all these different things that I was just feeling.
Yeah.
And he would lift up his boot and then start to go down towards my face.
Yeah.
And then would just stop right above my face. And then that would be the cut. And that's how they kind of transitioned into being my dummy.
Yeah.
And they filled it with brains and fake blood.
Yeah, because man, the extended cut is the one I was thinking about. I was looking at that like, how in the hell? Yeah. That's crazy. So Sound actually asked you, Joy, did you like the way you were killed by Michael? Well, she got killed by Corey. She got killed by Corey, and he said, or would you have preferred to die a different way? If so, would you have liked to die?
I think maybe it's just my own personal favoritism, but I think I have one of the coolest deaths, especially in the extended cut. I think I have one of the coolest deaths. So no, I don't think I could die a better way. It was really cool. And even when I read it and I was telling my mom was like, and my mom does not do scary movies at all. She didn't even know what Michael Myers was like until I showed her. Yeah. And bless his late to the party.
You said chimichangas. You fucking crack. Yeah. It's funny as hell. That's funny as hell, man.
So oh my gosh. But yeah, so no, I don't even remember what I was saying. Now I'm stuck on chimichangas. But
so you were talking about how your mom, she didn't know who Michael Myers was.
She didn't know what Michael Myers even looked like until I showed her, you know, my shirt after I got back. My shirt had the picture of him on it that I was gifted. And she was like, "That's who kills you."
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And she was like, "Oh my God." Afraid to watch the movie. And even so, she was, and even prior, she was asking me about how I died and da-da-da-da-da. She was like, "Wow, that's awful. Is that you dying like that?" I'm like, yeah. My mom doesn't sound like that, by the way. She doesn't have an accent. That's my interpretation. She's like, "Did everybody die like that?" No. No, I think mine was cooler, Mom. And so my death is just very special to me.
Yeah, I actually think that your death is the best death. It's between you. If I had to pick, it's between you or Michelle's death. I'm kind of leaning towards more of you because yours was like, what the fuck? Because it's like, man, the way he even in like the theatrical cut, when he stands over you and it's that shot, he looks at that point. I know if I went into this theater and no one told me it was like some type of switch out with a copycat killer, I would have thought that was legit Michael Myers.
Yep.
When you look at like it, Corey looked, and that's another thing I want to kind of talk about. They're cracking up in the chat, but so how was it seeing Corey? Well, I know that Corey wasn't even in the actual costume. It was someone else, wasn't it? That was really Corey.
Yep. And it was Rowan, and he, you know, the part where Rowan's stepdad gets shot.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry. I'm like trying to fix this light so you can see.
Well, it's all right, Joy. Man, here on the channel, we just rock out. I don't. Yeah.
Like, but the part where he gets shot, he falls back onto this big mat, right? And when they filmed it, when he falls back and then Corey's gone, essentially what happened is Rowan, you know, does that and then runs.
Yeah.
And behind the scenes, he just ran and just hid behind the mat.
Yeah.
And it happened in a split second. And I didn't even realize how they did it until they just told me, "Oh no, he just ran and hid behind the mat."
Yeah.
That he fell on. And I was like, "Oh my God." So it was him, and it was funny just to imagine him running and hiding behind a mat to disappear.
Yeah.
And because that's Michael. He just disappears.
Yeah, because that's crazy. I thought it was like a double or something because, man, when you see that scene when he puts the mask on, he's like, "You're dead." He shoots him. it's crazy how like now that you say that when he's behind Ron or whatever, and
Ronald.
like with Ronald and he falls, it's like he's not like what the how in the hell?
I know. When I watched it, because I couldn't see that. I couldn't
Yeah,
see that was happening. And so when I watched it back, like on playback,
yeah,
I was like, first of all, I know y'all haven't done any editing yet, so how the heck did you do that? And they're
yeah.
like, hiding behind that mat. And I was like, oh, movie
That's
mat?
yeah. I'm glad you said that because I've always wondered that, like, especially in the theaters when I seen it, I caught that. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, did he do some type of like teleportation or something?
Like,
Yeah,
I,
that's that's crazy. So I have a question also. How was it being on set with James Jude Courtney?
you know, I actually didn't film any scenes with James.
Yeah.
So I met him one day,
Mhm.
and it was the day we were filming the bridge scene, and he was just dropping by, dropping off shirts that he had made for everyone. And
Mhm.
I met him when I was with Martine. We were just, we had just gotten out of hair and makeup. We were just
Mhm.
going to get something to drink, and we were sitting there just pulling stuff out of the cooler, and we were like,
Mhm.
"Is
Yeah.
that James?" And he was just like strolling in our direction, holding these t-shirts. We're like, "Hey, man." Like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm James." I was like, "Hey, no, I'm Joey." Like, just rolling up in here. And so
Yeah.
that was really the only interaction I had with him until I guess the premiere. And it was, everyone was pulling him every which way because everyone was
Yeah.
so excited that he was, it was James.
Yeah.
So, but he was just so cool and down to earth. And you were just like,
Yeah.
okay. Like,
Yeah. He's super cool. I actually got to meet him a few times in person, and it's crazy to know that that's Michael Myers, how cool he is.
oh, I
Yeah,
know.
that's crazy. Um, Jalissa Sanjoy, if it was up to you, how would you have wanted this movie to end? Was there anything else you wish you could have seen in this movie?
My butt. I'm kidding.
Oh my.
No, I personally really liked the way that it ended, and I think because for me it was a very cinematic. There
Mhm,
was it was in slow mo. It
mhm.
was, we had the echoes, the lights. It was just very aesthetically pleasing, and how the entire town came together for this.
Yeah,
Finally get rid of Michael. I think it I think it ended really beautifully. And so I don't think that there's anything that I could have wished that would have ever been better than that. Now I could say what else I would have loved to have seen in the movie. I wish it was
mhm,
3 hours longer
yeah,
because I would love to see more of Corey. I would love to see what else goes on in his life and what other dark things he is in.
yeah.
I think he's a very interesting character, and I would love to see more of him.
Yeah, I actually agree with everything you just said. I understand. I understand what David was doing, but I was like, when I saw Corey, you know, get killed, I
Yep.
was like, man, what the fuck, man? Like, at this point, I'm invested in him. So
How dare you?
yeah, like it was like, oh man, they just killed him. I just knew it was gonna be like him and Allison's story, kind of branching off or something. But I mean, he gets took out, so that's crazy.
I'm so sorry. I'm like trying so hard to keep the light up, and it's so
No,
hard.
it's all right, Joy.
Hard.
I'm telling you, it is okay. I don't have people actually come on the stream live while driving or parked or something. Yeah, for
That is
sure.
respect.
Yeah,
I mean, drive safe, but
yeah,
like, that's dedication.
yeah, for sure. So it's okay. Xander said, Joy, what was it like seeing yourself on a big screen?
It was, I thought I was gonna watch myself and
Hmm.
just not be able to do anything but critique. Ew, why'd you move your face like that? Or ew, why'd you do
Yeah,
this? I thought that's what it was gonna be, but it it wasn't like that at all, and it was
Yeah.
so surprising because I was just like, oh, this is my part. And then
Yeah.
it felt like watching a character. It didn't feel like I was watching myself. So that it felt like it was just part of the movie. And I think that's what's so weird about it is you would feel like, because it didn't feel like me, it felt hard to critique myself. Like, ew, why'd you move your face like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's hard to describe, but it was cool.
Yeah. Because I could like just if I was in Halloween and seeing it, it'll feel so weird. I won't believe it. So I see why you feel like earlier in the stream you said it's still like registering for you kind of still, and it's been out that long.
Yeah, it's still like knocking at my door, and I'm like, no, don't answer. Don't. Oh, they all died. It's just not making its way into my brain like I think it has for everybody else, you know?
Yeah. So do you still stay in contact with some of the people you worked with on the film?
Yep, absolutely. I've made such good friends
Hmm.
with, Martine, Meredith, and
Yeah.
I wish I got to see Rowan more often because
Yeah.
we had a great time. But we catch up, on text, and we're always like replying to each other's stories.
Yeah.
And he's working on the next season of the Hardy Boys, or it's not, he's been working on it and it's gonna come
Hmm.
out. And so he's a busy guy doing what he should be doing because he's so good. And so, but I have made incredible friends out of, you know, I think I've made some of my best friends for life,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool that you made friends, and it looks I seen like that picture I just showed you with Laurie Strode and the rest of everyone. It looks like you guys had fun and everything.
And I think
So
that when you said that we all, like, our group looked like it just fit,
yeah.
I think that was because we were hanging out every day. We weren't filming. We were just
Hmm.
walking around Savannah, just being a group of friends.
Yeah.
Um, and so Mikey, he wasn't with us as often though because he was in school at the time. I think he's,
Hmm.
but he was in school at the time and he was doing like all these auditions. And so we only got to hang out with him sometimes, but we were still always like the rest of us. We would go out, we would shop, we would get stuff to make food. We go back to my hotel room, I'd chef it up,
Yeah.
and we would just watch Shrek, It was so much fun because we really were truly bonding. So then when we
Hmm.
got set, it just clicked.
Yeah. So okay, do you feel that the situations that you all were in Halloween ends kind of helped your friendship? Like, did you think it kind of added to it?
Absolutely. I think there are so many different levels of
Hmm.
experiences that you go through. And I think any singular one of them is a huge bonding experience to make friends of. And we got to do all of them. It was the fact that it was all of our first huge movie,
Hmm.
first for some of us. And it was we were all exploring this new city that we had never been to together. We
Yeah.
were going through the ups and downs of everything else and
Hmm.
learning the film, and we were going through, it was just so many things stacked on top of each other
Hmm.
that I think it was, you know how they say trauma bonding is when you
Yeah.
get along with someone over that. It wasn't trauma, but it was
Yeah.
just list of wonderful things that you got to do together every day, and that's how you bond. And so that's just how it's been, and it's been like that ever since. Me and Martine and I, we hang out all the time, and I haven't got to see him much because he's up in being a cool dude filming movies up in
Yeah.
San Francisco, as he should.
Yeah.
I get to see my stunt lady Meredith, and
Yeah.
so I've, yeah, yeah. To answer your,
That's that's super cool that you guys are still like connected after filming and everything. So when it comes to like memories, just memories on set, what are some good memories that you have and that you remember? You
oh my,
know,
oh
she
no,
has stories.
making me nervous. So, um, there was this one day that we were at the Junkyard Scene,
Hmm.
and I was just reminiscing about this the other day, and it was so perfect. We were It was in the middle of the night. We were all covered in blood. Gross. It was me. Who was it? It was Meredith, Martine, Destiny, Mikey, and a couple of like the behind the scenes, a couple of the crew, and we were all, you know how on the giant storage trucks, I guess, they have that giant platform in the back that helps raise the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So we were all sitting on that in the middle of the night, eating our Oreos, having just these really absurd conversations and asking all these weird questions in fake blood, absolutely smelling awful.
Yeah.
We probably had a plume floating around us because we were all in mud, dirt. We smelled gross.
Yeah.
They don't wash the clothes. So you're putting on the same clothes every single day.
What?
Yeah. Because it has all the stuff in it.
Yeah.
So you can't like wash it all off.
Yeah.
So you just know we smell bad. But other bonding experience, you know?
Yeah.
So we were all on this platform, you know, 8 feet above the ground, and just talking, and while everyone else was just kind of, it was like our own little world. And there was this moment that I'm not going to share. And if it was me, like if it was my own doing, share it, but I don't want to hurt anybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
But
I definitely get it.
it was like this moment that was literally so hilarious that I think it was so funny that I feel like it made a bond grow in itself. And I don't know, after that we just lost it. We were cackling, and like that was when I knew. I was like, yeah.
This is it.
This is it. I've made it, you know?
Yeah.
So it was really one of my favorite things, and it was, you know who you are. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And it was so perfect.
Yeah. That's super cool. And just being on set and everything, out of all the scenes in the whole film, even if it's scenes that you weren't in, what are some scenes that's your favorite that you enjoy the most?
You know, I loved the DJ's death.
Yeah, DJ Willie the Kid.
It was so gnarly. And the tongue on the turntable.
Yeah, that kill was crazy. I agree.
I loved it. And so that was really, really cool to me. And the scene with Corey and Allison when they are at the hospital, and Allison, like that really awkward, like teen romance type, you know, meeting for the first time. I think that was such a cute, because you don't really get to see that in Michael Myers movies.
Yeah.
So it was just this cute moment of, aw, they're just kids, you know?
Yeah.
Or it turns into an absolute shit show.
Yeah.
So I really liked those little sweet, intimate moments.
Yeah, I enjoyed Corey and Allison. It felt like, it was supposed to be that way for it to work. Because it was just the thing with Halloween Ends that people don't get when it comes to the film. It's like it was more of a story than the other films. I feel like the other films are kind of like the hunter, the hunted. You know what you're going to get out of it. You're going to get probably something new. But I feel like with Halloween Ends, it was more like story driven, even from the beginning with Corey, with the kid. And I just, I think I know a lot of people are like, man, this is definitely different. But I feel like sometimes you got to take that type of risk.
Yeah, there was a lot of character development.
Yeah.
That's something that made this film stand out to me, especially, is the fact that you saw the progression of every single character, and throughout one film, the Laurie Strode, her progression of characters throughout all the films, but this one you got to see it all packed into one.
Yeah,
several characters, and I think it added a different dimension that found really fun to keep,
Yeah. Because I definitely agree with you 110%. I feel like when it comes to the film, like you said, it adds a different dimension. That's definitely true, because I feel like if you keep the same thing, eventually people are going to get tired of it. I'm gonna just be honest. It's going to
Yeah.
be too repetitive. You got to do something new, you know. So,
Yeah.
but to kind of ask you a question about you, Joy, what
Yeah.
are some things that you like to do besides like acting and music, like some hobbies or something you like doing with friends, you know, hang out or something?
That's hard to say actually now that I think about it, because I watch so much movies and
Yeah,
I watch so much TV
yeah,
because that's what I love.
yeah,
Um, so when I'm not doing that, I love to travel and I love to explore.
yeah,
And so anytime I can do like really random weird things, or anytime that I can do anything, spur of the moment, like, hey, I wanted to go to the beach, even though right now it's 2 hours away from where I live.
yeah,
But anytime that I can just get out and see nature, for me is wonderful. And I love space. So I have a telescope and
yeah,
I like to check out the stars in the middle of the night.
yeah.
Um, so yeah.
So, what are some of your favorite places to travel to? I love traveling too, by the way, but what are some of your favorite places to travel to?
So I filmed in Savannah and I filmed in New Orleans. And
Yeah.
those two places have become two of my favorite places. And because I was there for, such a long time, both
Hmm.
places, I when I'm in a different place, I just spend my entire days off walking around.
Yeah.
And I walked probably 10 miles a day just around the town, and just exploring and seeing all the juicy stuff. And I'm a huge history buff, so Savannah,
Yeah.
New Orleans, where
Hmm.
that's
Yeah. Yep.
so it was like a free paid vacation and like a history lesson all in one. And so those are two of my favorite places actually so far and in general.
Hmm.
And I'm in the process now of trying to get my passport, um
Yeah.
and anywhere else, like, but Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, but I've always wanted to go to Italy and Japan and
Yeah.
Brazil, and so I have so many places, so many pages to fill that I
Yeah.
explore.
Yeah. Same. I agree. I would love to go to Japan and Italy, just kind of get away from the U.S.
Yep.
for sure. Um. So, to kind of touch on something else
Mm.
now, how I seen that you actually, you went to the premiere, obviously. How was that? And it was your first premiere, correct? Your first
Yeah.
premiere. How was that?
It was, I don't even know how to describe it. It was such a wave of emotions at once,
Yeah.
because considering it was my first one, it was my first red carpet, my
Yeah.
first, people taking my picture, shouting my name. And it's very much, I didn't think it would be like that's seriously similar, but it's very
Hmm.
much like you do see in the movies. They're like, Joey, Joey, over here, Joey.
Yeah.
And I didn't, I was expecting that, but I wasn't like genuinely expecting that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in the movies, but there's no way that that's what it's really like. No,
Yeah.
like that. So I was like, you know, everyone was telling me to do at
Hmm.
any moment. And you have three people shouting left, right, center. And
Yeah.
it's a lot to take in, and it's such a sensory overload that I don't think I can associate one emotion with the entire event other than like out of this world, larger than life, overwhelming, but in the best
Yeah.
way. So yeah.
Yes, it just looks like that. Just seeing it, I saw a few pictures of you on a red carpet, and it just looks like you were super excited to be there. Like,
Yeah.
but I saw a little bit of the Halloween Ants premiere on YouTube when it first came out, and it looked like, yeah, it's like a lot. Like you said, they're calling names and people are walking. Got to get pictures. Hey, look over here. Eventually, I would have been like, man, fuck.
And
Just
there's
like,
interviews that you get to do, and
yeah,
I haven't seen any of those interviews. I can't find them, but they were my first little interviews on the red carpet, and I was just like, and you would think they call you over. No, you just like walk up to them, and then they just
yeah,
ask questions. And so it's like a weird,
yeah,
you're like, oh, you just like walk up to them. They're not gonna like, because I didn't want to approach them if they
yeah,
weren't wanting to ask me anything. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And they
yeah.
like, no, that's how it works. Just walk over there, and I'm like, girl. So I just like buckled my chaps and went on over,
Yeah.
and start, hi, Joey, da-da-da. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. That's
So
super
it
cool.
was all so like startling,
Yeah. So, okay. But so I heard that you said you like watching like TV shows. So what are some of your favorite TV shows?
Oh no.
Yeah.
There is one show that I have felt in my bones that I'm going to be on, and I felt like this for like 2 years, is Outer Banks. And there's something about it that just lives in my soul.
Yeah.
I went to Pogelandia, and there's just something about it that lights my fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outer Banks and shows that I really love. That's such a hard question to answer.
I'm thinking of one I think that you like, just off of me being on the stream with you for almost 2 hours, but I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna see if something that you if it's something. Yeah.
Oh gosh, now you made me nervous. Well, I love Stranger Things. I love
Boom. There it go. Stranger Things. Yep.
Joking.
Yes.
Mind reader.
Yeah. Love.
Because it's like a taste of looking back into the 80s too. So for me, that's so fun. And I love the Wednesday,
Yes.
the season of Wednesday that came out. And I love really, really dark shows, or things like Elite, or that 70s show. It's not dark, but I love that.
Yeah.
I watch so many shows now that it's hard for me to like differentiate one from another, because I just watched so many. I just got done watching Breaking Bad for the first time.
Yeah.
With my mom, and that was so good.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, we love Stranger Things. So besides Halloween, I am a diehard Stranger Things fan. Like when it comes to Stranger Things, it's like it's the end of the world. But I actually just met Millie Bobby Brown. Like, let me see. I think it was like a couple weeks ago. She's so cool. But like
she's engaged now, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, yep. She's actually engaged, but she is so cool, man. Like seriously, just meeting her was crazy as hell. And just talking to you though, I'm like, bro, I know she likes Stranger Things. Just this whole, that's why I said it. Soon as you said Stranger Things, I was waiting for you to say it.
Like,
I mean,
hey, I'm gonna write this down. It's a bet.
I should have fucking wrote it down, but
just show it up like a sign.
Yeah. I definitely no. What you about to say, Joy?
No, I lost my train of thought. So go ahead.
So another thing, you said you were in Savannah. Me actually going down there in a few weeks to do the locations. How is the environment like from you filming? How would you say, if you can explain the environment down there, like just filming and the locations where like the junkyard was and the bridge? How was that experience, just being in them areas?
I think we actually ended up filming in areas of Savannah that didn't look like Savannah at all.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's supposed to be in Haddonfield, Illinois. Mm-hmm. And it didn't, it couldn't look like Savannah, couldn't look like Georgia.
Yeah.
So the locations that we shot in looked nothing like when I was spending my days walking around town, because it's such a historical place, and we stayed in the historic district.
Yeah.
So, all these buildings that you walk past, they all have these plaques on them of, they're being protected by the Historical Society, and they have explanations. This was built in 1798 to serve this purpose, and this is the event that took place here.
Yeah.
So it was so weird, because it was like walking into a different world, especially when they had, all the little Illinois license plates and all the merchandise, and the place you were at didn't look like the place you had just been exploring. So it's weird how it works like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that answered your question, but
no, it did. Basically what you're saying, that's how I think about it. How you said the historic, because when you see it on Halloween Ends, it looks like Haddonfield. They do a good job at making it seem like Haddonfield, but Savannah has like moss on the trees, from my understanding, and stuff like that. So yeah.
That's really cool how they do it, and they chose perfect locations. Like, dang.
Yeah. I don't want to keep you on here long time, Joe. I know you're probably, going to be busy or something. Uh, what you say, Joy?
I said I got time. I'm not busy.
All
Don't
right,
worry.
all right. So
But I know
Joy's
it's
chilling,
late.
guy.
I do know that it's late for you though. So whatever
Oh,
you feel, but I literally got nothing to do, and I'm happy.
oh no, I'm chilling, Joy. Man, I've done did all type. Man, once I did an 8-hour stream, but yeah, I won't do it again though. You couldn't pay me to do that. But that was when I first started getting into YouTube and everything. It was actually around the time for Halloween ends with all the speculation and everything going on. People, I
Really?
think, yeah, we look over here on the channel when Halloween ends, the lead up to Halloween ends with people waiting for the trailer and looking at, behind it was so much hype through me, my friends that I made on the channel, supporters, content creators. It was just madness. Like, and I remember I was actually doing what we're doing right now, going live. We're talking, and a lot of people like, "Hey, bro, the Halloween Ends trailer is out," and it's like 10 at night. I'm like, bullshit. They said it was going to drop tomorrow, and and they're like, "No, bro, I swear it's out. I promise you, it's out." And they said like Jamie Lee Curtis tweeted like, "Do as I say now." Like it's going to drop in 20 minutes. I'm like, bro, what the hell happened to them?
Like, what?
Yeah, and it was because I heard
Calendar.
yeah, and I've heard that it was kind of like got leaked somewhere, so they're like, fuck this, we're dropping it. We're gonna drop it a little early because I guess someone leaked a little bit of it, from my understanding, but they dropped it and literally the world stopped.
Yep. I even remember I got a text because I looked it up every day. After a couple of months, I was like, they have to be coming out with a trailer.
Yeah.
So I looked up every day and just to try to see if anything was out about it. And so I looked it up earlier in that day and nothing. And then I get a text a couple hours later and it's Martine like sending me the link, just like, dude,
Yeah.
you're in the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's out. So it was like a wave.
So yeah, I definitely will never do an 8-hour stream. But so with your family and everything, with you being a Halloween, how is that? Do they bring it up a lot, or is it like, with your friends and everything that weren't in the movie that knows you as Joey?
Just as Joey. I am just Joey, and because right now I live in California and I live in Palm Springs, and all my friends are back home in Seattle. So, and all my family's back home. It's just me and my mom here. And so it's been interesting meeting new people here that haven't seen the movie or have seen the movie and don't recognize me at all. So it's really cool to see, it always comes up in conversation for me, like, oh, what movies do you like or what shows do you like? Because that's part of, I like to hear people's opinions.
Yeah.
And so that's just a general question that I ask. And when people ever say that they love horror, I'm like, oh, have you ever seen Halloween? And so I've had a couple moments where I just go on about the conversation and they never know that it was me. And I've had a couple moments where they're talking to me about it and then they go, wait a second.
Yeah.
And so it's been a really cool, like, how that's being perceived. But in terms of just my mom tells everybody about it. My mom updates everyone about it.
That's super cool.
Friends back home, when I went back home to visit during actual Halloween time, just 2 weeks after it came out, or a week after it came out, we all went to the theater. My best friend's family, all of us went to the theater to watch it.
Yeah.
And so it's so cool because they know that I've been working my butt off and I've been talking about this for years and years and years. And so I think it's just as fulfilling for them as it is for me, because they're like, it's finally working for Joey, and they just support the way I am. So it's so cool.
That's super cool. You got friends that support you, family. And the thing is, kind of touching what you just said. So you said you guys went to go see the movie in a theater. How cool is that you were? So was it other people in the theater with you guys? See,
and so
that's cool.
Hearing people, others' reactions,
Mm-hmm.
like a genuine audience and people that hadn't worked on the film, like the premiere, hearing random reactions and hearing the laughs and the gasps, it was so cool. And we sat in the very back row. So I would just look down and I was just like, so, and then they would ask me, "Oh, Joey, when's your part up?" I'm like, nobody can know. Then they're gonna see it differently. And so, but I'd be like, but in about 5 minutes, just give it a second. Yeah. But it was so cool, and to hear everyone talking about it, you know, like murmuring about it when we left the theater. Yeah. Just kind of eavesdrop. And so it was really special.
It's so crazy that you say that, because first off, that's some human ass shit to like do what you said, because I would do that. Like, I'm gonna go over here and hear what they got to say about my scene. So that's super, that's super cool.
About that.
I actually,
and it was so funny. And when I would look up online and see any reviews about it, and anything that was mentioning me, I always knew, because it was that people. It was hilarious to me because I saw comments that were like, "Oh yeah, that one chunky bully chick," and it always made me cackle. I'm like, "Yeah, that's the one."
That's the one.
There was one comment that was like, "Yo, the butch lesbian?" I'm like, "Yeah. That's me." That's the one. So it was so funny hearing like everyone already came up with like nicknames for my character, like, "Oh, that's the one you're talking about? Oh, tire chick," you know? Oh, it was so cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. Before we get to this question, I actually remember when I was in the theater, I got to see it a day early with my guy Terry. Terry, if you're in here, what's up, man? But it was, look, we went to go see it, and when your scene came up, I bullshit you not. Like, it was a lot of oohs and ahs. But man, the theater went crazy from the moment like he's like you're laying on the ground, you're like, you know, on your back, and you see Corey come up there and he does the stomp. Ooh, that's all you hear is ooh, and you see Corey
like,
drive.
Yeah, because everyone can. It's like you can feel it, you know. Everyone's like, ooh, hard.
Yeah.
You know? So that it's kind of the unanimous reaction.
Yeah, it feels like I got fucking stumped, and it's the way it's shot too. It's like, damn, did I get stumped through the screen?
Stompage, yeah.
Yeah. Crystal saying, "Joy, you seem so cool. Are you working on any other projects you can tell us about? Do you want to do more horror?" This is a great question, because I was going to ask you this. You got any more projects coming up or anything? And would you do more horror?
I will answer the projects one first. So yes, I do. I have another one coming out called Lisa Frankenstein.
I seen that.
And I don't know how much you've heard about it, but I think it's kind of in the realm of comedy horror, of offbeat, you know, quirky. And I think that it's a film that, first off, we have such an incredible cast. You know, we have Cole Sprouse, Catherine Newton, Liza Soberano, Henry Eikenberry.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. And I think that it's going to be one of those films where somebody is going to relate to it in such an interesting, weird way. And it's going to become a comfort film, I think, for a lot of people, because it's such a distraction from the real world, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited to see how people like it. And I do know, after doing my ADR work a couple weeks back, I do know that there's been a lot of changes in the film too. So I know that it was originally rated R. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but it was originally rated R, and now they've toned it back to PG-13. And it was originally, I think, just over the 2-hour mark. And I know that they've brought it back to about 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I genuinely have no idea how my scenes have been affected at all, because well, actually, I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can say that. I'm like trying to like immediately.
Yeah, I get it.
It is, I played a very dark character, and in a lot of my scenes, I was doing very dark things, and so I'm not sure, you know, what has been adjusted for that. So it's all mystery, and it's all fun for me. But again, it's called Lisa Frankenstein, and I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, I seen that you were going to be in that a couple of days ago, so I'm looking forward to that, man. Like I said, it's like with you did such a great job with Margo. I'm pretty sure after this stream, I want to say this too, Joey. Like, look, I've had multiple people on here, and it's nothing towards them, but I feel like with this stream right here, this has been so fun. Like,
It has been fun.
yeah, it's been fun. Like you cracked me the hell up. Like genuinely had me laugh. I did not expect that. Like, I mean, like I said, behind the stage, in the lobby, we were laughing at the little thing that happened. But man, you genuinely had me cracking up. It feels like I've met you before, like weirdly. Like I
Yeah,
don't
like we've
like
already known each other.
yeah, it's weird. But no, it's been super fun. And from what I'm seeing in the chat, everyone is enjoying it.
Thank you. It's been really fun for me too. And so I really hope that maybe when Lisa Frankenstein comes out, if that's in the horror genre enough
Yeah.
for
Oh no,
fans,
for sure.
I would love to do this again.
So I actually was. It's so see, it's weird. I'm telling you, it's weird because I was actually going to say, if you're down, and I know you can be busy when that comes out, I will bring you on here. We can do a watch party or something. Yeah, we can
It's
do a
so
watch party.
cool.
Yeah, and I was also going to say this because I know a lot of people will be down to do that too if you want. Because I don't mind bringing you on a few more times because you're that cool. I'm just being honest.
Oh my
You're
god,
that
Edward.
for real, like you're that cool because it feels like I said, it feels like you've been on here before. It feels like I've met you before, and it's just like soon as we got on, it was like, oh shit, boom, there it goes, and we're just like,
It was easy peasy.
yeah. So yeah, if you're down to do that, I will definitely bring you on for your new project, and if you want to do like a Halloween ends watch party closer to the season or
Heck,
something.
I would love that. That sounds awesome.
All right, guys. So you heard it. We can get Joy on here a few more times. We can get her on here towards Halloween. And when your new project comes out, Lisa Frankenstein, we can get on here, have a watch party afterwards. You can tell us, more about it and how it was.
That sounds wonderful. And also, I'm sorry to answer the second part of your
Mhm.
question, Crystal, before I forget. Yes. Generally, yes, I would love to do more horror, but I also want to try not to um kind of put myself into a box, because I think there's so many more. I really want to exercise my muscles as an actor. And
Yeah.
so there are so many other things that I want to do, but I absolutely would love to do more horror.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. So like you said, exercise your muscles when it comes to being an actor. What are some other movie, some type of genres that you would like to tackle or, get into?
I recently watched a show called Cruel Summer,
Hmm.
and watched the first season of it, and I noticed, I think that energy and that vibe that Jeanette created, I think that that's a really cool character background to go down and follow. So
Hmm.
I think I really like the dark and twisted, maybe not horror, but still mystery and very, suspenseful.
Yeah.
I very much like the dark things. I like dystopian. I like The Last of Us. I would love to be on a season
Oh,
of The Last of Us.
wait, hold.
Um
This is so crazy. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, it's fucking. It's not weird enough. It's weird. Like, look, no, seriously, this is crazy, bro. Like, everybody. I don't even have to speak on it. Everybody in the chat knows what's up. So, it's like, bro, Last of Us is like my all-time favorite video game.
Really?
Yes, I love the TV series. I love Joel. I love Ellie. I'm huge. And actually, I don't know if you know with what Halloween Horror Nights is. So it's an event that goes on in Universal Studios on both ends, and they have one over in your area on the West Coast, and they
Yeah.
have it in Florida, Orlando. And they actually just announced that The Last of Us is going to be a haunted house there this year, and I went fucking crazy because I love The Last of Us.
I That is so cool. I've been really wanting to go to the horror night at
Yeah,
studios too. But now
yeah,
there's Last of Us one.
yes,
That's
it's
so
official.
cool.
Yeah,
Bella Ramsey, I she did such an incredible job embodying that character.
yeah.
She is so talented. And
Yeah.
so I can't wait to see another season of her. And I'm hoping
Yes.
if I get lucky, maybe my manager can snap me in an audition, but it's so cool.
I mean, I don't know if you ever played the game.
I didn't play video games growing up. And
Yeah.
so my first impression of The Last of Us was the show. And after I actually heard after I started watching the show that it was off a video game. And so then
Yeah.
that's my research. And that's really when I was introduced to it fully. So yeah.
So I'm not going to say anything because if you didn't play the game, it's kind of like, no, don't tell her that. But it's a character actually. I can see you playing like dead ass. And
Really?
So I think if you can get with like, your manager or agent and talk to them, and let me see. Yeah. I think seriously, like if you can audition for that, because I know in the next season that character is going to be heavy in it. So
yeah,
I think
it is. And that made me think of something. The heavy Euphoria as well. Henry was on Euphoria, and he's who I was with on Lisa Frankenstein. And so Euphoria, I think is a magical show in terms of, I think it was shot, the cinematography of it was incredible. Zendaya,
Yeah.
I'm in love with Zendaya. And so that's another one before I forget.
Yeah, no, Euphoria. I love Euphoria. Like you said, I love Zendaya. I feel like Euphoria, man. You guys, I'm sorry. This went from a hot look. We're just chilling out at this point.
Yeah.
Me and Joy are.
Let me turn on the light. Just
all right. Yeah, you guys in the chat. I'm so sorry. This was not planned. Joy's just cool as hell. I'm so sorry. She's literally just cool as hell, man.
I appreciate that.
Definitely.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm wearing a nice top, but I am wearing boxers. So I'm wearing shorts and a fancy top.
She's funny as hell.
So
look, man.
We are really chilling out now.
Yeah, for sure. But no, Euphoria though. What's crazy is someone told me to watch it. I didn't even know what the hell it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of tuned in one night, and it kind of kicks up on some. If you saw Euphoria, you guys know what the hell's going on with Euphoria. I'm watching it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I just got so invested in it, man. With Zendaya, her character, she deserves man.
She deserves the world.
Yeah, that character felt so fucking real. It's sad. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, what you about to say, Joy?
I was just gonna say I think she's one of the best actresses of our generation, and she deserves the world. And her portrayal of such a dark character, I'm like, girl, I want to put you in therapy.
Yeah.
I know, the lengths that she had to go to feel that emotion is wow. And Sydney Sweeney too. And
yeah,
both of their characters went through such intense emotions that I just want to give them a hug,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It felt like you wish you can help them watching that show, and the way it ended, man. I want to say I heard that it got delayed or something. I just know we're not getting it no time soon. But I'm so pissed. I'm like, fuck, man. Like,
no. And it was, I think the next season they're saying is coming out in 2024, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm here going, you want me to wait that long?
Yeah,
I'm like, I already watched it through 10 more times. Just wait for the second season.
Yeah.
You want to do it with me again?
Same with Stranger Things. It's like,
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
And I think it, you're waiting for magic. So it's like you can't rush perfection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's worth the wait, but it's also like,
Yeah. And I have to ask this question for everyone in the chat. So, okay, first off, Jalissa said yes, watch party with Joey, please.
Watch party.
Definitely. But how did you feel about Stranger Things season 4 since you're a fan?
Okay, I personally loved season 4, and Joseph Quinn
Yeah.
Joseph Quinn did such an incredible job with Eddie.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of those moments where when we were first introduced to his character in the lunchroom, I was like, gosh, this character is so eccentric. I'm not sure how I'm going to like this character.
Yeah.
And the more and more I saw of him, and it would even, when I say more and more, I mean like even within 3 scenes,
Mm-hmm.
I grew such a great connection to that character just because of his portrayal, his comedic timing, incredible, his, the way he interacts and his little mannerisms. He became one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character, so quickly.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of how in the previous seasons with Billy,
Mm-hmm.
he so incredibly talented too, and I think that they were like the happiest surprises. Like for me, that Billy was the best part of season 2 and 3, and then
Yeah.
season 4, I think Eddie was like the best part of season 4.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. How did you feel about it?
Man, I hate to say it's my favorite season because I love the first. I love all of them. It's hard to pick, but season 4, man, just being emotional. That was it. The piggy. It's called Piggyback. I want to say the episode where all the crazy shit happens, like with 11, and Max is in the air getting bones and shit cracked. It made me feel like the world was ending, man. And like I said, Eddie, man, I'm speechless when it comes to his character. The scene, the guitar and everything, and how he was like the hero the whole time for real.
I know.
I love season 4, man.
And I see all these edits on TikTok of it, and honestly, it gives me chills, and it stings a little bit because the nostalgia and you're never gonna go back to that time when you were watching the first season of Stranger Things in the middle of summer, and you were just fully encapsulated in this weird, wild new thing that is like that before. And it's like such a sting. It's like I'm never gonna feel that again,
Yeah.
So it's sad, but I
Yeah.
love that it's going.
It's very shitty that this is going to be the last season. Like when they said that, I'm like, bro, this ain't real, man. Because it's my all-time favorite show. But I'm like, this is not real. But it is. They're saying they're going to do a spinoff, and Millie's like, I'm not going to be a part of that spinoff. I want to kind of pursue more acting in movies. So it's like, fuck,
And I think it's also one of those things where I think when you live your life in a character for so long, especially in the years where you're growing up, you're developing, like Millie. I think she's a year younger than me.
Yeah.
And she grew up playing a different person. And
Yeah.
so I think it's also for her, she has to kind of separate herself and grow as her own person. And I think that's also probably really hard to separate and differentiate between those lives that you've been living.
Yeah. I agree.
With that person forever. So that's also probably where that's coming from.
Yeah, because it's to the point with Millie, people just call her 11.
Yeah,
It's like they don't even call her Millie. They're probably in public. It's like, hey, what's up, 11? She's like, that's not my fucking name.
I know, and that's the thing too. Is like she's being recognized for a character, not and she deserves to be recognized for her immense talent and for her, all these wonderful things that she's poured into that. And so, it'll be nice to see her, be able to do that with other projects and get that recognition across the board.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I would like to see her do a horror movie for some reason. See if she can.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to see her in a situation in a horror movie for sure.
Scream 7?
Scream 7. And that would be crazy. Millie and Joy and Scream 7. I think that'll work.
Love that.
Curse is saying thank you so much for coming and doing this, Joy. Definitely.
Thank you so much, Christian, for watching.
Million saying Joy has been hanging out with us almost 2 hours. This is major. Yeah, that's super cool. I did not plan. I'm like, I don't know, man. It just happened. Seriously.
Just happened.
Yeah, Xander saying having a great time. Also, Brooke saying thank you, Joy, for coming on here and sharing with us for sure.
Oh, you're spending your time watching this. I'm flattered.
Definitely. Kim saying we were so glad to have you here with us tonight, Joy. We had a great evening with you. I love this stream. You were so awesome, Joy. Can't wait to see what else you have in store.
Thanks, Kim.
Definitely. Crystal saying, yes, that would be cool. Yes, the watch party would be super cool with Joy.
Watch
Yeah,
party.
definitely. Let me see. Okay, so Sounded asked a question saying, Joy, and we're gonna wrap up here soon, Joy. Saying, do you honestly believe Michael Myers is dead?
I do. You
Yeah.
want to know why they put him through a car?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think he can like suck limbs back together.
Yeah.
Like how in what's the one of the doll? Now I'm blanking on her mind. Not Adeline, Annabelle.
Annabelle, yeah.
You know how they can ship her body parts to different states and they just kind of end up back together.
Yeah.
I don't think Michael can do that. He's great. He's wonderful. He can heal himself, but I don't think he
Yeah.
can suck his limbs back together from distances. And he was pulled apart by a car
Yeah.
destroyer. So I think he's long gone.
Yeah, it's over. I'm sorry to say, guys. You're gonna have to start. He's gonna look. The thing with Michael Myers is he's going to come back. He's like the Frankenstein of our generation. Someone's going to pick that shit up. They're going to bring him back. It's going to be a new timeline or something.
Yeah,
for
like a
sure.
different verse or like an alternate dimension kind of
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Curse is saying California because we're here. Look, seriously, Joy, if you don't go this year, you have to go to Halloween Horror Nights. It is once you go, you're gonna always go.
I really want to go. I even went to Disneyland for the first time with Meredith in like a month ago. And so I went to Disneyland for the first time and I was like, "Oh my god." There's like all the Star Wars stuff and too.
Yeah.
And me personally, I never watched Star Wars growing up. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I don't
Yeah.
know why. But in recent days I've been not that I saw the one I saw was Revenge of the Sith. And I'm sure we all know why I watched that. But but with that being said, it's like all these edits just come popping up of R2D2 and like they're like, oh my god, he doesn't talk to me anymore. And I'm like, why do I feel so bad for a robot right now?
Yeah.
And so it's like such a weird thing, and I feel like it just came on after going to Disneyland and being in that realm that's when it's come on.
Yeah, definitely. Russell said, welcome to I Like Scary, Joy, for coming. Thank you for coming on and talking with us. This is epic. Definitely.
Epic. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. It's been so fun. Adam saying, Margo forever. This is great, Joey. Thanks. So look, just seeing all the love that you're getting in the chat and everything, like, yeah, it's crazy. I have to ask this.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with horror conventions?
I've never been to one, but I've always really wanted to go.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I seriously think if you decide to like just be a guest there, you will get so much love. Like at a convention, like people will come up to your table, they'll definitely get stuff signed and take pictures. Seriously.
Raising my ego, I'm just like sitting there in my own little tent, like, hi.
Yeah, and I know that the Halloween 45th anniversary convention is coming in California. It's on your side of town, so
have me. They better, I'll beg.
Yeah, I think that they will. Look, it would be so cool to meet you. I mean, this is cool, and I'm going to the Halloween 45th anniversary. I'm gonna come out to California, try to meet some of you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my darndest to be there because it'd be really cool to meet you, man.
Yeah, definitely, Joey. Definitely, it'd be super cool. Yeah, Jalissa saying Disneyland. Everybody loves Disney.
Everybody loves Disney. I just loved it. I don't. It's funny because my mom isn't like one of those people. My mom's also terrified of heights, so she's sure as hell not going to go on any rides.
Yeah.
So I didn't go to Disneyland growing up because a lot, and single mom, only child.
Yeah.
I the only one going on the ride. Just not ideal for Disneyland. So I guess I kind of built up this like, oh, I'm never gonna go to Disneyland because it's kids picking their nose and rubbing it on all everything. That's just in my mind what I developed as being Disneyland. But I went like, oh my god, I'm coming back here. So I don't know why that was like my image of Disneyland, but now it's healed. But
yeah, definitely. I feel like that too with the nose picking and stuff. You don't want to touch rails and yeah, I definitely
no.
Yeah.
Like all kinds of stuff in the ball pit. I ain't going there.
Gavin said, "Hey Joy, you were one of my favorite characters / actors in Halloween Ends in the Halloween franchise. Such an awesome performance."
Thanks, Gavin.
Definitely, I agree. Y'all love Margo. I think just your character, your kill and everything, once again, like I said earlier, just stood out to me. Super cool.
Oh, I will not lie.
I have my mom in the chat saying, "So proud of you." Thanks.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him too.
Thanks, Joy. But no, seriously, this has been so fun, man. Like 2 hours. I swear I didn't think we were gonna go this long.
Gone by fast, and it went dark, like the entire sunset.
She said it went dark.
Like it went dark.
Yeah, it was like sunny, then now it's dark, and I look up, it's like, damn, it can't be real. Like the time flew that quick.
I know, and you're after midnight now, aren't you?
So I'm 11:30 right now. But
I can't do math. Just
it's all right. It's the thing, with this is it's just like I'm always up anyways, so it doesn't matter, it was just crazy being on stream, kind of talking about everything. Like one thing I will say, after tonight, I will not be able to look at Margo. Halloween. Yeah, your character, like you in Halloween Ends again. I swear to fucking God.
It's like, gonna be a completely different outlook.
Yeah, like okay, so that's definitely gonna be a movie I watch, throughout the year all the time. So from now on, when I see Margo and you're hopping that fucking gate and you're running, I'm gonna be like, I can't even say Margo. No, that's Joey, bro. What the fuck? That's Joey hopping the fucking gate.
Every expression you see on my face is like completely Joey's personality. Like
this has been crazy.
Yeah.
All the fucking stories.
I know.
Yeah.
You're probably like, oh my God.
just looking at this picture right here after what the fuck you said about the mooning shit.
Yup. And that was right after that too. That was after every single one of those people got to look at my bare butt. Actually, I don't think no, only Jamie there had, because Destiny and Mikey and Martine, they were all still in the gas station, but they heard me. They saw like from the front, and they had to like hold themselves to be quiet, Yeah. So they didn't see my butt, but everyone else did.
Oh my fucking God.
After that, also innocent picture,
Yeah.
Sweet little group bonding.
Yeah, I'll never be able. I'll never forget these stories. I'll never forget this stream because, man, look, I'm gonna tell you something. I think this is probably at least top 3 streams. And I stream every Tuesday and Thursday, so I think that this is definitely top 3 streams. And we had some crazy ass streams. Seriously.
That makes me so happy. This has been my favorite interview so far, and it's because it's just been so enjoyable, and definitely. I really appreciate it.
Definitely, I appreciate you saying that, because like I said, one thing with the channel, I'm pretty just I'm not tight ass or nothing like that. You can come on here, curse, like you were saying, like, man, I have to fit. Man, we're gonna chill out. We're gonna rock out, man.
And I think also too is getting interaction from the people that are watching, like live interaction, and that's something again that only in this interview too. So really cool.
Yeah, you definitely. You got people in the chat that loves you a lot, because Larry's saying this has been such a great stream. Joy is such a cool, down-to-earth person. Felt like we were just talking to a friend. Welcome to the Scary Fam, Joy. That's right.
Scary Fam.
Yeah, you guys, it's official, Joy. It's a part of the scary fam. But no, seriously, if I'm telling you, man, if they feel like it and I feel, I'm like, bro, it feels like I've met her before.
It honestly has.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Val said this has been a blast.
Oh, I'm glad, y'all.
Emilion said, "Don't forget she mooned JLC."
I know. Hey, don't forget that, bro.
I would never forget that ever. Like, god damn. Sound said this is a stream that's going down. Yes, this is definitely a stream I'm going to rewatch all the time.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, for sure.
That makes me so happy. I'm literally blushing.
No, seriously, this was fun, man. It was so fun. Bro, I did not expect to laugh as hard as I did a lot of the times. I'm like, fuck.
That's literally what everybody says. They're like, Joey, you are unexpected for sure.
Yeah, you definitely should go towards comedy and just be yourself for fucking sure. Like,
just be on my
being like a movie that's like super bad or some shit.
Super bad, stop. That's perfect.
Yeah, super bad too. It's super bad too.
I am loving. That'll be me.
Oh man. Adam saying, just like Mama Scary, we're all proud of you, Brandon. Great interview. The hit just keep on coming. Definitely, man, for sure. Let me see. A lot of people in here, man. It's just crazy. Sounded said, if that happens, I'll quit my job for the stream. Oh, you're crazy.
It's like we requested way in advance.
Jalissa said, I'm going to watch Ends again after this, knowing all these hilarious stories. You're so chill, Joy. This was so fun. I hope we can all see you again soon.
Thank you, Jalissa. I hope I get to see y'all again too. And it's so fun to hear what you guys have to say and how you picture me, I guess, before seeing me now. So it's really cool. So I really appreciate y'all being here and asking questions.
So seeing you on the screen and meeting you like through the, the stream and everything, it's like, damn. I mean, I could see it, I could see a little bit of it now with you as Margo, but man, you did such a great job acting as a different. It's like, god damn, definitely. And yeah, well, we'll definitely get Joy back on in the future for sure.
Love that. We absolutely will. Watch party.
Yes.
Watch party for sure.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Let's see. This is epic. Won't forget this. Danny said, "I'm sure we'll get to meet you." Yeah, I know for a fact that you'll definitely horror convention.
I need to go now because I've been wanting to go, and now I have like a real I have a real way that I can go now, so that's really cool.
Yeah, you got it right in your area, and it's a Halloween convention, so
yes.
Xander said it's awesome that we got to hang with you, Joy. Welcome to the scary family. Definitely.
Thank you for joining.
Oh man. So Kim, this is a question coming from my guy Terry. So he's a great friend. It's my boy right there. He's saying, what's your favorite food, Joy? Oh shit, Terry. You see the face, Terry. You see
love food. And when I tell you, there is I can tell you Applewood smoked chicken flautas from a restaurant in Seattle called Cactus.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been on the menu in like 3 years. And I will go down every single time saying that is my favorite thing ever. And Applewood smoked chicken flautas, they were perfect. But anything sweet. I'm a chocolate freak. And coffee, oh my gosh. I have such a problem with coffee. It's insane.
Yeah.
The amount of money I spend on coffee, my mom literally got me this Breville coffee maker for Christmas just to help me save money. Because especially when I'm traveling, when I'm working, I buy maybe 3 Starbucks coffees a day.
Yeah.
They're making money off me, yo. And so she was like, girl, you got to save up this coffee money. So it's a problem.
She said it's a problem. So, okay, I have a question, and this is a little funny inside joke,
Word.
for the channel. So, okay, where you stay, are you familiar with White Castle?
No.
So you know, it's okay. That's good that you don't know what it is. So, it's actually a burger place. They have like these little burgers that's about this small, like cheeseburgers. But don't get too hyped because stay away from them. They are terrible. They're not. They're actually good as hell, but they will hurt you. And it's this thing we talk about on the channel. It's called washing machine stomach. And
Stop. I went to basketball camp. I went to basketball camp 1 year with my best friend, and I don't play basketball. She plays basketball. She's varsity every sport freshman year. She's incredible. And I go to basketball camp with her. They're all people getting ready to go into like college, serious, hardcore, and I've never played. And so we used to do this thing, and I don't even know, it was this summer camp, and we would all sit there, and during lunches, the group counselors or like the leaders of the summer camp, we would do like group bonding exercises, and one of them was the washing machine dance. And that's exactly what it gave you, is washing machine stomach. And it was like, that was literally the dance. And you did that until you were sick, motion sickness. And that's exactly what I think of anytime I'll ever hear washing machine in my life.
Oh my fucking God.
And now I know to stay away from White Castle. Is it like Taco Bell? You know what I mean?
Oh my. So okay, we have these little like derailing moments on the stream where we talk about basically just food and stuff like that, and Taco Bell is one that comes up a lot. Actually, a friend of the channel, Kirsten, always says that she's like, I never eat Taco Bell because it fucks me up bad. Chipotle, I can't eat that. Yeah, Kirsten always throws the Taco Bell out, but
that's what they always say, like the Taco Bell stomach, or like those. That's what.
Yeah.
Here's the thing too, is I grew up with a mom that would take something with jalapenos and put hot sauce on it, and so I was like 5 consuming that.
Yeah.
So I feel like my body just has this weird tolerance to it. So thank God I never deal with like the Taco Bell effect.
Yeah.
But, granted, I've never had Taco Bell, but I can eat crazy things and not end up with what people would consider the Taco Bell effect.
Yeah.
So thank the Lord, I guess.
Yeah, Taco Bell is definitely a no. I mean, I like what you said, certain things, but yeah, that's a little thing we do on the channel. Everyone's talking about. Have anyone eaten White Castles? Because it's that terrible. It messes you up.
Oh no, it just like completely resets your system. Like back to basics. Like
yeah. Oh man. Let me see. Kirsten said the convo will always turn to food with us. It always does.
As it should, because I still don't know what I'm gonna do for dinner. So I guess this is giving me ideas.
Oh yeah, dinner sounds good by now. Kirsten saying I die without coffee. Oh shit.
Me too, girl.
So okay, do you prefer Starbucks, or do you guys got a Dunkin' out there, right?
I have never been to Dunkin' Donuts.
What?
I think I've had Dunkin' Donuts like at a party, but I've never been to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not a huge donut person, which is weird.
Yeah.
I will eat everything else that has sugar, but I never crave a donut. So I just don't go to donut places really. I usually crave, like cake.
Yeah. Cake.
Cake, something hefty, Yeah. So I would say Starbucks just because of that. But there's this place that I tried in LA, and Meredith and I go on Starbucks coffee dates.
Yeah.
Like in the car on like FaceTime.
Yeah.
And when I was in LA to see her, we went to this place in LA called the Yellow Truck. Was it the Yellow Truck? It's literally like a yellow food truck inside of a building.
Yeah.
It's so cute, and their coffee was so good. And so I just remember all these places. That's the other thing too. When I'm in native places, and by native I mean New Orleans or Savannah, Georgia, I try all of the little tiny coffee places that are there.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money on coffee.
He spent a lot. So how much money do you think you spend on coffee? Like, you can't even
Full amount. An annual amount. It's like a membership.
She says like a membership.
It's insane.
Jalissa said, Joy, what's your favorite Starbucks drink?
Ooh, okay. I've learned to make this at home. And it might sound basic at first, but just hear me out. It is a brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling real naughty. Add vanilla and sweet cream cold foam, like vanilla syrup to it, and then sweet cream cold foam, and it's like a dessert. I would literally rather get a Starbucks than an ice cream cone.
That sounds so fucking good.
It's so good, and you can't go shy. If you're gonna get that, you got to get a venti.
Yeah.
And you got to stay light. You got to stay light ice. And then they always say, oh, did you want like extra oat milk to fill the room? No, I want sweet cream cold foam.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to do.
That sounds so good. I'm going to have to get that, the Joy special.
Always.
Yeah, that sounds actually good as hell.
Good. It's so good. And I remember, because sometimes when I panic and I can't decide what to order, I ask people to make me their favorite drink.
Yeah.
So, like, oh, your favorite cold coffee drink. That's the other thing. I do not drink hot coffee. I don't drink hot things anywhere. I'd be in Seattle, it'd be at 20 degrees outside, and I still drink iced coffee. And so I say, make me your favorite cold coffee drink. Well, this lady made me that.
Yeah.
And I came back every single day until she worked again to find out what it was. And that's what it was. And I get it ever since. And I learned how to make it at home.
That is crazy. It sounds good as hell. Jalissa actually said that's her favorite too. It's bomb.
With the vanilla and the sweet cream cold foam, girl.
That's crazy. Kirsten saying anything cold brew for me. Yep. Brooke said that sweet cream cold foam is so good.
It is good. And you know what? I also tried it with the cinnamon caramel cream that they had for a little while. That was also really good.
She said, Adam said if she wasn't cool enough already, Joy is an honorary member of I Like Scary just for talking about food. Yes. Yes.
Honorary
Super
member.
cool. Oh yeah. Hell no. Chicago said 24-hour stream. Hell no.
Yeah. No.
2 more hours, please. No, guys.
Y'all, he is sleep.
Yeah. Crystal said I get the oat milk shaken espresso too. Give you energy all night.
Girl, I don't think coffee does anything to me anymore. When I make my own, I drink 4 shots of espresso.
Wow. Oh shit. That's why you ran so fast in that movie.
Honestly, that's probably why. Here I am. Meanwhile, like I'm really Tom and Jerry running my
I just picture you just kind of just down in the whole coffee, like, all right, let's go. Just fucking
just like what? They serve that all night at craft service coffee.
What?
They serve that all night. You know, so they got that going all night long.
Oh my fucking God, man. Crystal said, okay, I'm making sure, but damn, Joy, you are funny as hell. The twitching, man. It's the twitching. Oh shit. I'm sorry, man, you guys. I don't know if it's because it's late or what.
You got like the delirium laugh.
Yeah.
It's like slowly losing consciousness.
Yeah. I'm fucking over here. Oh my fucking God. No, that was just comedy, man. With 12 pumps of frappe roast.
What?
Damn.
12 pumps?
Yeah, that's a lot. Sounded.
What's frappe roast?
Yeah, I never heard of that.
dude, what's frappe roast?
What's frappe roast?
I need to know because I'll be there tomorrow to find out.
That shit sounds crazy. Frappe roast.
12 pumps of frappe roast?
Yeah.
Now that might give me Taco Bell.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Yeah. That'll give me Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Oh shit. Russell said Joey broke Brandon. They always say I'm cracking up, man. But no, this is crazy. Fuck. But yeah, you definitely. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Speechless, man. Holy shit. Yeah, you got to do comedy. Jalissa, it might give me Taco Bell. Holy shit. It might give me Taco Bell. Oh my god. Arthur's a big supporter of the channel. But to say this, Joy actually already answered, and she said yes, she was a fan and she loved 78. So welcome, Arthur.
Hey, Arthur.
Man. That was fucking comedy. Give me Taco Bell. But no, Joy, seriously, this has been so fun, man.
Oh,
wow.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast.
Definitely 2 hours and 16 minutes later.
Heck
2
yeah.
hours. This is crazy.
Gold.
Yes. Like I said, I definitely want to get you on for sure. Like you said, the Lisa Frankenstein. We could do watch party with that. Halloween Ends watch party. Hey, if you ever busy or something, like, hey Brandon, I'm gonna pop in and fucking crack you up. I swear to fucking God, I will break just for you. No, seriously, like once again, I've done interviews, I've done talk to other people, but you, Joey, are fucking hilarious. You got to do comedy or some shit, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
it's like my favorite thing when people tell me I'm funny. That's my favorite thing. Don't tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm funny.
Yeah, it's for me. It started with the fucking stories. It was the moon and shit for me, man. The way you described that shit out.
Where
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. But no, seriously, this was fun. And Joy, if you got anything you want to plug before we wrap up, go for it. For sure.
Just keep up on Instagram, Joey Harris Official, and keep watch for our new watch parties that we'll do during the Halloween season.
Definitely.
And watch Lisa Frankenstein.
Definitely, for sure. You guys heard it from Joy herself. She will be back on here. We'll do some watch parties. Lisa Frankenstein, Halloween Ends during Halloween time. That'll be so cool. So, guys, definitely look forward to that. Kirsten saying we would love to see you again, Joy.
Love to see y'all.
Definitely. Jalissa saying you were so fun, Joy. We're glad you came. Yes, Margo forever. See, just off this stream, it's like I'm telling you, I'm not going to be the only one who can't watch Halloween Ends the same anymore.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy. Holy shit. Kim said, Joy, this was so fun. It was nice talking to you.
Nice talking to y'all too.
Definitely. Russell said, you is funny, Joy. This is awesome. Yeah. Val said it was so amazing to get on and talk with you.
Y'all are starting a new hashtag?
Margo for life. Yes, you guys, they're starting a new hashtag.
They're starting the hashtags and all.
Definitely. Brooke saying awesome stream. Great meeting you, Joy. So fun. Yeah, it's a lot of love in the chat for sure. Crystal said, I'm so glad I caught this live. So fun, Joy. You have a new fan in me. Definitely.
Thanks, Crystal.
Larry said, thank you for doing this stream. So fun. Definitely, Larry. I'm glad you rocked out and had fun. Love me some ends. But no. Yeah, you guys. Appreciate everyone in the chat, man. Definitely. This was so fun. I did not expect it to go like 2 hours, but it did not feel like 2 hours. It felt like literally 30 minutes. It felt like it was just fun. And Joey, once again, thank you so much for coming on and rocking out with the Scary fam. They've been looking forward to this since the moment, I released it and I've revealed it to everyone. They're like, oh shit, she's coming. I'm like, yeah, she's coming. I talked to her and everyone's going crazy. So
Thank
yeah,
you
we're
so
looking.
much. It's been a pleasure. It's been a blast. I can't wait to do this again.
Definitely, we definitely bring you on again, and I think that'll be so cool to get to watch Halloween Ends with you on a watch party.
Yeah.
And you
Live
could kind
react
of,
too.
yeah, and you could kind of point out, the things like while you're watching, like, oh, I remember this, I remember that. So I think it'll be cool for sure.
That
But
sounds man.
so Joy, I will actually, if you can, just hang out behind the scenes for about 2 minutes, and I'm about to end off here. But everybody in the chat, I appreciate you guys. Me and Joy appreciate you all. It was so fun. And yeah, Kirsten saying can't wait for the watch party. Definitely. But yeah, you all, unfortunately, this is the end of the stream. Love you guys. I want you all to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. Love you all. Peace. Till next time, guys.
I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the black